Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Coffee and Headlines. It is Monday, May 1st. Today is Labor Day in Mexico. We have some news to share. We have headlines and stories to combine with all your wonderful comments and ideas and suggestions so that we can end up with healthy, wonderful, fun information that we can put to good use as a community of English-speaking locals here in Puerto Vallarta. It is a pleasure to get together with each and every one of you, and I hope you had a great weekend. Mine was really chill, although yesterday I was supposed to be at a party in the other side of the Azteca Bridge, and unfortunately, there was a demonstration that prevented me from being able to attend. But here we are. As always, we welcome everyone to today's broadcast, and particularly those of you that are watching for the first time live. If that is your case, feel free to let us know by writing the word new in your comment, and we'll be so very happy to give you a nice little welcome. If there's something really important that you wish to share with the rest of us and you want some acknowledgement, please add the capital letter Q at the beginning of your comment, and we'll be so very happy to bring it up during the comment sections later on. Let's get started. We have some news to cover, and of course, as we were doing our introduction, I spilled some coffee, but we're here. We're fine. Let us get started with news that you absolutely didn't think you needed. Apparently, the United States Federal Aviation Agency ranks countries according to their airports, and apparently this is important. Those countries that comply with International Civil Aviation Organization standards are considered Category 1 countries. Those that do not are Category 2 countries, or countries that do not provide safety oversight in accordance to these standards. And apparently Mexico is one of those Category 2 countries. Why bring this up today? Well, apparently the expansion of Puerto Vallarta's airport will greatly contribute to our country's recovery of its Category 1 status, according to Peter Cerda, Regional Vice President for the International Air Transport Association. Did you think you needed to know that today? Neither did I, but this is what the headlines goddess served me this morning. And of course, it happened again. Those against the Vehicle Verification Center blocked traffic once again, this time over the Azteca Bridge, which, by the way, is federal zone, and as such, neither the government of Nayarit nor the government of Jalisco could do anything to stop them. And it went on for 5 hours. A friend of mine commented not too long ago that in Mexico City, there are protests about this, that, and the other pretty much on a daily basis. And just as we keep track of the weather forecast here in Puerto Vallarta, folks in Mexico City keep an eye on the daily protest schedule to make sure they will be able to find a way to get from point A to point B on schedule. And to think that there are those that still see Puerto Vallarta as a little fisherman's village, not anymore. Today, of course, is Labor Day in Mexico. It is an official holiday, so you can expect government offices and banks to be closed. The date is celebrated in alignment with the International Workers' Day or May Day, which dates back to 1889 when the Marxist International Socialist Congress met in Paris and adopted a resolution for a great international demonstration in support of working class demands for the 8-hour day, something we, of course, take for granted today. This particular demonstration back then subsequently became a yearly event, and now Labor Day is celebrated on the first Monday of May or May 1st in many countries around the world. Let's take a quick look at the weather forecast just to see what we can expect to the beginning of this week. Lovely wishes from Snarky Weather. It says, I hope you get a horrible sunburn. Well, I hope you don't. It is 24 degrees right now. Feels like 24. Humidity is at 68%, and our temperature in Fahrenheit degrees says 76. Our chance of precipitation is 1%, but I have some interesting news to share right after the news. But right now, let me tell you that today we can expect clear skies in the morning with partly cloudy skies in the afternoon, a high of 29 and a low of 20. Tomorrow will be humid and partly cloudy with a high of 29 and a low of 19. And Wednesday, we can expect a humid with mostly cloudy skies day with a high of 30 and a low of 20. But what seems to be rather interesting and unexpected is that yesterday it rained. Apparently, we are 15 days away from the official start of the rain season, and apparently a light drizzle took visitors and locals by surprise yesterday afternoon. If you ask me, I'm ready for some rain. On Saturday, I walked over to Costco with a dear friend of mine, and we were commenting along the way on how much the trees and bushes in the neighborhood look totally dusty and ready for a good downpour. It's going to take some time, but we always look forward to this time of the year when, plants come back to life and it starts raining and all that good stuff. I have some fun and interesting events for us to consider for this week, and I'm happy to share them next with you, starting with something that'll happen tomorrow. Organizers of the Vallarta Azteca International Folkloric Dance Festival have announced an inaugural parade that will start tomorrow at 6 p.m. at the Buenaventura Hotel, ending at Los Arcos del Malecón. This should be a beautiful display of dancers from different parts of Mexico and a handful of invited countries as well. So if you're out and about in the city, don't miss the opportunity to see all the dancers going by. It'll be right before sunset, so it should be a nice photo op. Banderas News announced that the upcoming Riviera Nayarit Wind Festival will take place in Bucerias next week from May. I don't have the beginning date. I forgot to write it down, but it's going to be taking place next week. I think it's 12, 13, and 14, something like that. This is, 11 to 14, my bad. This is an international kite surfing competition that brings together approximately 200 national and international competitors. And of course, for the rest of us, it provides the opportunity to see the ocean painted in beautiful colors thanks to the number of kites that can be seen from the beach. So this is going on again from May 11 to May 14. But even before that, I was happy to learn that the Facebook page for the government of San Sebastian del Oeste has published a complete schedule for this year's Raicilla and Coffee Festival that will take place this coming weekend from Friday to Saturday. Some of the dance troupes that are participating in the Vallarta Festival are expected to make an appearance over the weekend in San Sebastián del Oeste. There will also be a number of raicilla and coffee vendors and that kind of stuff. So if you're going to be going somewhere this weekend, it seems like San Sebastián del Oeste will be a fun place to be. I also want to let you know that we have figured out what we're going to do for our next music appreciation presentation. If you enjoy bossa nova music, this will be one that you will not want to miss. It was in the 1950s that a delegation of renowned jazz musicians from the United States visited Rio de Janeiro for a humanitarian tour. And in the process of spending time and listening to local musicians and what they were up to, what they brought back in terms of rhythm, groove, and harmony changed the world forever. So we will take a look at the origins of bossa nova, the rhythm that took the world by storm during the 50s and 60s. And we will also take a look at how bossa nova continues to largely influence many performers, many musicians out there. And of course, we'll have a chance to enjoy some beautiful music along the way. Last but not least, and totally unrelated, but we had mentioned this before, last summer we reported on Freya, the walrus that became a global celebrity for its habit of jumping on people's boats at the Oslo Marina in Norway and crushing them one at a time due to its enormous weight. So people were getting a kick out of this and taking videos and feeding the animal. And despite warnings, people failed to keep a safe distance from the animal. So the animal had no reason to leave. And then Norwegian authorities made a difficult decision to euthanize it, resulting in a public outrage. Thanks to a crowdfunding campaign, however, a life-size sculpture of the animal was created and unveiled as a reminder of a truly sad and difficult decision. And that is what we have to share today. Let me take a quick look at your comments just to see what everyone is up to this lovely morning. Let's take a look. Lots of good mornings as usual. We like that very much. Albert, here's another good reason, Albert, for you to extend your visit into the month of May. You can actually go to the Raicilla Festival, which I know you enjoy very much. Let's see what else we have. Oh, one thing that I forgot to mention, and I think I forgot to mention it because this is still brewing. We're still figuring out the logistics. But our beautiful friends from the Secret Wine Bar approached me and they said, as long as you're having an event in May, we would love to have you after your music appreciation presentation for a special promotion for Coffee and Headlines viewers. And I thought that was a splendid idea, given the fact that in the last music appreciation presentation, I learned of some attendees that went to the bar before my presentation, then enjoyed the presentation, and then went back to the bar to drink some more wine. So I'm in contact with them to finalize details about this, but this looks like a nice impromptu meet and greet, and we'll let you know as soon as we have all the details finalized. Let's see. Jules asks, good morning, curious and wondering if you have considered selling your logo mugs. Thank you very much for that question, Jules. We get questions like that every now and then for merchandise, and the way I see it, merchandising or the management of merchandising takes my time and energy away from my big focus, which is to provide a comprehensive, entertaining program every morning, along with occasional interviews and occasional walks out and about whenever possible. So yes, I've considered merchandise, but no, I would not want to embark on merchandise if it's going to take away from our primary goal. But thank you very much for the suggestion. It is filed, and maybe someday we can have mugs. Let's see what else we have. Purim pam pim pam pam. I see a queue. Getting excited for restaurant week/month. lots of yummy options so far. I am not seeing I have not seen the schedule, so I don't know exactly when it starts or when it ends. But yes, Restaurant Week provides great opportunities to try restaurants that we haven't tried before. So as soon as I see a press release or find the website, I will be so very happy to share it with you. Sara Gonzalez says hello from Quinta Maria Cortez. What a beautiful place to be. Quinta Maria Cortez is one of the old villas in Conchas Chinas, and a really, really beautiful one. Let's see what else we have. Oh dear, don't be surprised if I show up in Puerto Vallarta with a Paco t-shirt. Ooh, okay. I'm ready for that, whatever that is. I know I can sell my products through cafepress.com. Scott, thank you very much. Cafe Press is an American company that caters to the U.S. I've sold things through Cafe Press many, many, many years ago. In fact, before I used to live in Puerto Vallarta, I used to sell prints of my photography work. Again, because it's not locally based, I don't know how comfortable I feel with dealing with an American company when we are based in Mexico. So thank you for the suggestion. And I see a couple of you are showing the Restaurant Week website. So I'm going to throw that in the show notes for today so that we can all be on the same page. Thank you very much, Brian. And thank you very much, my dear Professor Harper. It's great to see you. And this, my friends, brings us to the end of today's broadcast. We have a report from Christy saying that kitties and raccoons are doing so well. This is wonderful to hear. This wraps our week. I thought about something over the weekend which has to do with acknowledging the folks that become supporters of the broadcast on a regular basis. And we may start doing that in the near future, because even though I acknowledge you on Facebook, sometimes I feel like maybe I don't acknowledge you enough. Look at those curtains behind me. That's the beautiful breeze that we're going to enjoy today. I hope you have a breezy day. I'm liking what I'm seeing, and it feels good on my back. Anyhow, have a great beginning of the week. Have a great Monday, and hopefully we will all get together again tomorrow. And if not tomorrow, I look forward to seeing you sometime soon. Have a great day. Ciao.